Hey everyone, Mark Audie here, and welcome to the Clear the World video series. Now, if you're not familiar, I am a channel and I work with spirit to identify and clear the subconscious blocks that can impact someone's behavior and the results they create in life. But in this particular video series each day, I'll be channeling the next biggest five most important subconscious blocks to be cleared for the people of this world and this fine planet. So, with that being said, let's dive in. First thing I'm going to do is get my overhead camera online. There you go. You see my handy dandy pendulum and my dowsing chart. So let's just confirm I'm still in a pure, clear, and clean state. Yes. Ego 3% or less. Yes. Neutrality 100%. Yes. Any interference? No. Fantastic. Everything good to go? Yes. Highest good to proceed. All souls agree to this clearing. Any resistance? No. Any soul in its wise spiritual state would be like, you want to do some clearing? You want to help us out? Fantastic. Please. Green light. Go proceed. So, first issue is five. What's the next digit? Five. So the number is 55. It is. And that is fear. Very, very common. And energy or program. Program. What life is it from? Past life. Past life program of fear? Yes. Using the outer dial in billions. How many people have this? 7.5. All right. Well, we've lived through some pretty barbaric times. Wouldn't be a shocker. Do we need to know anything more? No. Spirit, please clear that. Thank you. All right, next biggest is starting with a four. What's the next digit after the four? It is a nine. So 49 is a number? Yes, it is. Is a number something other than 49? As a reminder, I'll ask a question and it's opposite to make sure my pendulum do opposite moves to confirm for me that no interference is getting into the situation. Exercise. Interesting. When I was doing some self-clearing, I got exercise over and over again, and I was kind of offended. I'm like, are you calling me fat? But I then had an intuitive message that um, the reason for that was because my body had withered due to, depending on which lifetime we're talking about, slavery, being shackled, or being a prisoner in a prison cell. And so in both of those, the body was victimized, the physical state of the body was victimized, thus leading to the subconscious block being, in inhabited. What's the word? Adopted? Inherited. That's the word I'm looking for. So you're not gonna have to excuse me, my prefrontal cortex has gone offline when I'm channeling, so words, there's a lot of them. Okay, so we just found it. Exercise. That's right. So energy or program. Program. I had to clarify what question I was asking. Past life. Past life program or exercise. Yes. Do we need to know more? No, we do not. Spirit, please clear. Ooh, that's got some zing behind it. Yes. So we've lived through some pretty barbaric times as civilization on this planet. So wouldn't be surprised that many, many people have been imprisoned or enslaved or in some other way kept shackled metaphorically or physically in past lives. So we're clearing that for you right now. And when I say we, literally, I mean spirit. I'm just holding a pendulum. I'm just a channel. This is coming through me, not from me. So all credit goes to spirit. So just so we're clear on that. Um, Boom, done. Okay, great. What's the next? Woof, way over to the hundreds. All right, let's get around. 50, 150 what? 154. Okay, program. Right. So 154. Let me see. Did I make any errors? No, not at all. Hard no. 154 is an interesting item. It is the last item on the list. You can see it here, ancestors and lineage. Now, typically when I get this in session with clients, what it means is the client, in this case, many people in the world, enough to warrant it being something that spirit wants to clear, have taken on a burden, a pattern, a wound, an injury from their ancestors, from their lineage. They've taken something on, they've accepted it. They've said, look, you could not clear this or heal this for whatever reasons, either couldn't or wouldn't. I am stepping up now as a representative of you, the ancestors of this lineage. I am stepping up to break the cycle, break the pattern, release this burden, whatever it is. So, in a way, all these people that are doing so are doing an incredibly noble, sacrificial, uh, altruistic thing for others. So, rock on. Kudos. Do we need to know anything more? No. Spirit, please clear. So, whatever burden that people have adopted to carry is now being cleared. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. All right. Next digit is a 5. Next digit is a 9. So 59. All right. Is it something other than 59? Hard no. What's 59? Gentleness. Okay. When I get this, almost universally, it's gentleness with self. Let's check. Is this related to gentleness to self? Is it related to gentleness with others? No. Okay. So being gentle with self, self-care, self-nurturing, the opposite of self being self-critical, self-punitive. So it's a program. So people, if you're holding this, it's not your conscious fault. You're not defective. You're not broken. You have a program running, a subconscious block that's driving that, and from past lives. So past life program for gentleness, gentleness being blocked, gentleness being interfered with. Yes and yes. Okay. Do we need to know anything more? No, we do not. In spirit, please clear. Let's flow in gentleness, acceptance, surrender, self care, self compassion, self confidence, self acceptance, self deserve, self esteem, self love, self trust, self worth, and self deserve, self appreciation, self recognition, all the states of personal acceptance and satisfaction, fulfillment, gratitude. There we go. All right, so I've lost track. I think we've done 3. Let's do at least a couple more to make sure. Next digit is a 7. Okay, fantastic. What's the next digit? Next digit is a 1. All right, so is the number 71? It is. Is it something other than 71? No. What is 71? Injustice. Ooh, is that related to exercise and being imprisoned? Yes. So feelings of injustice and victimization. Yes. Okay, do program. That's what it is. And where is it from? Past life. Past life program for injustice. Yes. Do we need to know more? No, we do not. Spirit, please clear. And thank you. All right, one more. And 6. And what's the next digit? Next is a 7. So 67 is the number? Yes. Something other than 67? Hard no. 67 is helplessness. All right. Energy or program? Program. What life is this from? Past life. Past life program of helplessness. Yes. All right. This is weird. I'm getting the intuitive vision of villagers being, I don't know, bullied and run over by knights. Not knights, guards. We're not, I'm not seeing armor, but I'm seeing uniforms. We're talking like, I don't know, 1,000 years AD, like a long time ago. 1100s, 1200s, 1300s. I'm sensing something. British Empire victimization of its own people, the helplessness of the masses, being a peasant, being a serf. Those kinds of things is what's coming. That's the vision I'm seeing. Uh, I don't think I cleared yet. So anything more I need to check? No. Spirit, please clear. Yeah, I'm definitely getting a feeling of a lack of empowerment, a lack of agency, a lack of control, being vulnerable. There we go. Thank you. Let's do one more. All right, the next thing is in the hundreds. Okay, great. What's the next digit? Next digit is a 4. Next digit is a, oh no, 149. Oh, I'm laughing because, wait, I think this did come up. Okay, was that 149? Is that correct? Have I made any errors? No. Okay, just checking because 149 is not on any chart. And every time that I get that, I always check, does it mean what I think it means? And the answer is always yes. So is that what I think it means? Yes. All right, alien stuff. All right, so there's enough people on this planet who have alien subconscious blockages going on. Let's find out. Energy or program? Definitely a program. And past life? Past life. So past life programs of alien stuff. Yes. Okay. Do we need to know more? No. I don't know what we could ask. It's probably a whole lot of people that have that if it's showing up this early in the clearing, like billions. So that seems to validate the theory that life was developed here, not originated here. Like a lab experiment. Is that correct? Okay. Did aliens come here and seed life? Yes. Okay. Do they also develop life? Yes. Have they come in and intervene with life? Gene splicing? Yes, yes, yes. All those things. Haven't made any errors. Nope. Well, you got a little bit of clearing the world and some conspiracy theory validation right there. All right, whenever we do clearing, next thing we have to do is install backstops to prevent backsliding. So let's do that. Spirit, please install backstops, alarm clocks, and kicking wheels. Please install backstops to prevent any and all backsliding. Please install alarm clocks to monitor every second of every minute of every hour of every day of every week of every month of every year, as long as is needed, whenever is needed, as many times as needed, such that the moment it sees anything being reactivated that we've cleared to this point, for whatever reason and by whatever mechanism, that instantly a kicking wheel will automatically kick off a re-clearing of that item so that everything we've cleared to this moment for the entire world, for the entire cohort that we're serving and supporting in this moment stays cleared permanently across all time, across all dimensions. In your name, Lord. Amen. Arguably, this is the most important part. Well, what's more important? Clearing it the first time or keeping it cleared? Now, I'd say keeping it cleared because if we didn't have something to block and prevent reanimation of the subconscious blocks here, who knows how many times they would reactivate. So clearing is once. Re-clearing and keeping it cleared is probably multiple times. So yeah, if you want to talk about pure efficacy, what's going on, and how many times these clearing operations happen, yeah, backstops for the win. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for doing all the heavy lifting. Thank you for doing all the identification, discovery, diagnostics, and clearing, and protection mechanisms after the fact. There we go. There we go. All right. Are we done? We're done. Anything more to do today? Nope. All right. Thank you, folks. Have yourself a fantastic day. We'll see you soon.